Ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk that took place on September 10th, there is no doubt about it that we have seen a wave of cancellations and firings by various studios out there, whether it's from the film industry or the music industry, or a lot of those talents, quote-unquote, representing those studios, getting under a lot of backlash and really dealing with a lot of pushback after what they actually had to say about the whole Charlie Kirk assassination. One thing is for certain now is that we do have a lot of other celebrities coming forward to call out other celebrities, and it's really actually something that's beginning to show you exactly what the current status of Hollywood is like right now. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So, Selena Gomez, alright, after Ariana Grande and Katy Perry had to say what they had to say about the whole Charlie Kirk thing and really turning it into a Trump issue, now you have Selena Gomez, yet another performer and actress that is beginning to actually go on the anti-Trump rhetoric and really dragging in Charlie Kirk in the middle of it all. Now, one thing about Selena Gomez is that we all know what she had to say back in November to December of 2024 about the US border and what she had to actually deliver and how that truly backfired and how a lot of her own fans walked away at that very moment. And it's only getting worse at this point right now. Now, one thing about all of this is that, yes, we do know that there are a lot of those representing the music industry, the film industry, and just a lot of those in show business that are either losing their jobs right now or are losing a lot of fans if they're not losing their jobs. And it's really beginning to tarnish everyone's perception of Hollywood, everyone's perception of the music industry at this point. Now, with the assassination of Charlie Kirk creating tons of studios to lose business due to the many celebrities politicizing the assassination that took place on the 10th, one major development going on now involves more to do with Selena Gomez, who decided to take advantage of the Charlie Kirk assassination to once again go on a long-winded tirade about Trump and his politics. Selena delivered the following. To be quite direct with everyone right now, I don't recognize my country anymore. Look, where are we? After what happened to Charlie Kirk, MAGA Republicans believe this gives them a free pass to utilize their ICE agents to mishandle the entire US border. I think that what we are all witnessing right now, and what we all witnessed after what happened to Charlie Kirk, is that our sitting president, who really shouldn't be, has become more unhinged and out of control with how he is taking his power way too far with ICE and the border control, and how they say such terrible things about illegal immigrants. Calling them illegal is disrespectful. That's like saying a human being is illegal. It's awful, and it makes me so depressed that we are living like this right now. What legacy does Charlie Kirk leave behind? That's my question, because if anything, the only thing many are going to remember is how Trump is using this man's legacy to wrongfully jail kind human beings who just want to flee from violence in their country. They shouldn't be name-called and ridiculed like the way they are right now. I stand with many other people's opinions that our president believes that he is a dictator and has all this power over all the people, and it's creating a surge of anxiety. That is for certain, and we are all being silenced. And look, if you don't like what I have to say, then I don't care. I don't need your business if that's how you're going to feel about this terrible president running our country into the ground. If there is anyone creating division, it's Trump. Not liberals, not those on the left, or even progressives. It's all MAGA Republicans and Trump with their one-sided view on politics and what they are forcing onto the people. What we are seeing right now with ICE agents is deeply concerning, and I don't think it's a coincidence that we are seeing more examples of that happening after what happened to Charlie Kirk. President Trump believes he can now do whatever he wants to do because he is playing the victim, that this was all the left's doing of what happened to Charlie, and that is so far from the truth. This shouldn't allow anyone to become so unhinged with their mishandling of the border and mass deportations that are obviously inhumane. Now guys, let me just say one thing about this. Now, again, we have a lot of performers, a lot of actresses, a lot of actors saying things exactly like this, about how they view ICE agents, about how they view how Trump is handling the US border, and it's all insane, right? It's pure lunacy, and we all saw what Selena Gomez had to say in a very similar way months and months ago, I would say right around December of last year, about the border, about illegal immigrants, about deportations. It's crazy. Now, one thing about all of this is that we do have to actually make this known, is that we do know that Selena Gomez has been like this for a very long while, and it's only getting worse. And you're seeing this with a lot of those, not just in film, but now in the music industry, beginning to actually take advantage of Charlie's passing, and really just turning it into a full-on Trump messaging. And that's actually, you know, one major example of how, after what happened on September 10th, we are really beginning to see the true colors of all these so-called singers, performers, actors, and actresses, right? And the list goes beyond that. But one thing is for certain about all of this is that we know that Hollywood right now is struggling. The music industry is struggling. We know that the whole Bad Bunny thing is also a whole controversy. We'll talk more about that down the road. That's just a whole other subject. But one thing about Selena Gomez is that this is not a good look for the music industry. It's not a good look for those that are actually supporting her at this point. And she's going to continue to lose fans. There's no doubt about that as well, because she lost a wave of fans back in the last quarter of 2024 after she said what she had to say. She continues to conclude now, it doesn't matter if you are a performer or actor, we lose the right to speak for ourselves. Our freedom of speech is gone. We lost the right to address certain issues without facing unfair consequences is concerning. Now again, the fact that all these people in Hollywood, in music, are going on that constant, tiresome trope that freedom of speech is dead, while at the same exact time they are expressing themselves, even in this very scenario right now where Selena Gomez is saying what she has to say. That's freedom of speech right there. But again, you don't have freedom of consequence, right? People also have a right to no longer support you if they don't like what you have to say. That's exactly how it works. Now, one thing is for certain right now is that we're dealing with a lot of celebrities, a lot of personalities, a lot of those in the media, and I say media like, for example, the hosts of The View that believe that they could say whatever they have to say and still remain hired by studios like ABC. They actually have the goal to believe that that's how it should be, and that's exactly why I think ABC is encouraging them, because they're not doing anything right now. But one thing is for certain as well, is that when you're looking at people like Selena Gomez, or people like Ariana Grande and Katy Perry, who believe that they actually can lecture regular, hard-working American citizens when they really have hundreds of millions of dollars in net worth, right? And they really aren't really in the right position to actually say about what regular, hard-working American citizens are going through or what they actually should think. That's exactly why people are tired of constant celebrities saying this or that on how you should live your daily lives or what you should believe in politically or whatever it may be. People are leaving for that very reason. And that's exactly why a lot of those just becoming very political are losing business, they're losing fans across the board. So overall, I would like to hear what you all have to say about Selena Gomez, about her view on Charlie Kirk / Trump and dragging ICE agents into the whole thing and the whole deportation thing. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.